The worst thing you can do for yourself is stay broke. Not only because bills are piling up, and I'm not sure if you've seen grocery prices lately, but because money touches every corner of life. How you move, how you think, how free you really are. And for black men, this hits different because in most cases, we don't inherit dreams, we inherit obstacles. The world will try to box you in as a black man and convince you survival is the only option. But survival isn't the same as thriving. And money, real money, is the tool that shifts the entire setup. It's what gives you the freedom to walk away from disrespect, the confidence to care for your people, the power to actually build something so your kids won't have to start from scratch. That's what fixing your money really means. Because here's the truth, when you fix your money, you fix your life. But unfortunately, here's the thing. We haven't been taught much about how to fix your money. Not by schools or even family. So most dudes think all they have to do is work hard and save money and they'll be able to flex. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to burst your bubble, cause that's not even close to enough. So in this video, I'm breaking down what is the exact step-by-step guide to fix your money. So if you wanna lock in financially and get your finances buttery smooth, then pay very close attention, hit the like button, and subscribe if you haven't already. And without any more delays, let's lock in. Respect the hustle. Here's the truth. Everyone wants to jump straight into six figures, but the first step to actually building wealth is to respect the grind at the bottom. Getting a job early, whether it's at McDonald's, KFC, or just a retail job, it isn't something to look down on, because that's really not a setback, that's a setup. I know the pay is low, but here's the shocker. Those entry-level jobs aren't just about the paycheck. They're about something much bigger. Discipline, structure, and understanding the value of a dollar. You see, most young men blow all their money early in life on things like sneakers, fast food, or just a night out. But the ones who treat that job like training camp, who learn how to save, how to budget, and how to build better financial habits, those guys are actually 10 steps ahead. Because it's really not about how much you make at the start. It's about proving to yourself that you can manage what you do have. That's the foundation that allows you to level up. So when you see brothers working those jobs, understand that the grind isn't permanent, it's preparation. If you approach it with the right mindset, that hustle at the bottom becomes a launch pad to get you out the rat race faster than you think. But none of this matters if you can't master this next part, skill stacking and upgrading. Once you got that first job under your belt, the next step is making sure you don't stay there longer than you need to. And the way to do that is by upgrading your skill set. Every paycheck you earn at those entry-level jobs isn't meant to be blown away on booze and girls. You see, it's fuel. Use it to invest in courses, tools, or training to add value to who you are and what you can do. Whether it's learning coding, marketing, editing, sales, or even trading, every single new skill you learn becomes leverage to increase the worth of your time. The goal is simple. Keep stacking skills so that each move you make puts you in a higher position. A job that once paid you by the hour could evolve into work that pays you for your expertise. And when you're skilled, opportunities don't just add up, they multiply. Take advantage of those opportunities when they come around, and you'll set yourself on a path to make your money work for you. I gotta be honest with you at this point. As a young black man, it's gonna be difficult to be disciplined, especially when you see your friends with the latest sneakers and the newest iPhone. But you have to keep your eyes on the prize, because if you play the real game, not the one on your PC, you'll be able to afford more sneakers and gadgets than they can imagine. So pay very close attention to this next part, because without it, you won't have any structure to build off of in the first place. Saving and eliminating distractions. But see, none of that growth will matter if you keep leaking money faster than you earn it. This is where discipline comes in. The easiest way to stay broke is to keep chasing quick pleasure. New drip every month, constant trips, that expensive barber that's charging way too much for a haircut, or just trying to flex to keep up appearances. That lifestyle feels good for a moment, but you gotta know, it traps you for the long term. The men who win financially are the ones who master delayed gratification. They understand wearing the same hoodie for 3 years doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you smarter with your money, because every single dollar you don't spend on distractions is a dollar you can put towards your future. And here's the real secret. The things that you think you want aren't what you're after anyways. You're just chasing a feeling, and that feeling is already inside of you. Making your money work for you. Once you've learned to control your spending, the next move is to make your money work for you. I mentioned this briefly earlier. Let's break it down now. If your money is just sitting in a bank account, even if you're disciplined and not touching it, it's losing its value every day. Inflation eats at it while it collects dust. But the moment you put that money in motion, whether it's stocks, ETFs, index funds, or even just a simple retirement investment account, you're creating growth. And please, don't overthink it. You don't need thousands of dollars to start investing. $100 is enough. Shoot, even $50 is enough to start. Because what they don't tell you is the power isn't in the amount. It's in the compound effect. I'm sure you've heard of a dude named Warren Buffett. A quiet old dude who made $84 billion before he was 50. And here's what he figured out. Time is your greatest ally. And the earlier you start, the more your money multiplies. If you wait, you'll always be playing catch up. But if you start now, your money will be out there grinding for you day and night, just like you're out there grinding for yourself day and night. If you find it hard to put money away for investments, try this neat trick I learned from another old dude named Robert Kiyosaki in his book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You might have heard of it. Anyways, he had this trick called paying yourself first. It essentially means taking out money to better yourself, like for investments and certifications and stuff first, before any other bills. Now, you might be thinking, well, how am I gonna survive if I take out a chunk of my paycheck? Well, one, you don't have to take out a chunk. 15 to 30% is fine depending on how much you make. And if you can't contribute that much, then you can divide it by 2. It just might take a little longer before you're able to pay for things. But here's the real trick. If you take that money out, your mind will actually adjust to manage what you have left. And it truly works. At least it has for me. Try it and watch as your money grows. And if you want a deeper dive into this philosophy and others, I highly recommend checking out his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. After reading it, I can truly say this book changed my life. Give it a read and I can almost guarantee that it'll change yours. I've left the link to it in my description below. Scroll down and check it out. Next, scaling with planned risk. As your foundation gets stronger, it's time to think bigger. This is where you start reinvesting. Not recklessly, but with intention. Every dollar you make could either be wasted or it could be put back into yourself, your business, and your future. It might mean buying better tools, building a small team, or funding ideas that create new streams of income. Now, I know I said be smart with your money, but reinvesting money back into yourself actually isn't wasting money like most people think. If you're a creative, the truth is you can create much more with a team than you can on your own, which means you have the capacity to take on much more work and make much more money. So, although you might be spending more initially, you'll eventually be making a lot more in return. The key is taking calculated risk, not gambles. There's a difference between throwing money around and hoping for luck, and strategically putting it where it has the best chance to grow. When you treat your money like a soldier on a mission, every dollar has a job. And over time, those small missions add up to victories that change your entire life. Everything you just learned has the potential to change the course of your life going forward. But if you don't take this next step seriously, you might as well go ahead and click off the video. Mindset and circle check. Now, here's the most important part. None of this matters if your mindset is stuck in poverty. You no cap, straight up, can't grow your bank account while surrounding yourself with people who are committed to staying broke. Oh! And I'm not just talking about money in the literal sense. I'm talking about poor habits, poor thinking, and poor ambition. Oh my God. Those energies truly do rub off on you. Don't believe me? Ask yourself, when's the last time you had a clever idea or really wanted to get something going, told a friend, and they basically just laughed in your face? Told you that it's impossible or you couldn't do it simply because they just can't see themselves accomplishing it. Your circle can either be your cage or your launch pad. When you're around men who are striving, building, and investing, their momentum pushes you to higher heights. But if you keep listening to people who tell you wealth is impossible, you'll subconsciously start to believe them. The simple truth is, you become what you let into your mind, so protect your circle. because the company you keep will determine whether your money grows or disappears. At the end of the day, fixing your money is about more than stacking cash. It's about rewriting your life. Money is not just paper, it's freedom. Freedom to walk away from that job that you hate that's draining you. Freedom to provide for the people that you love. Freedom to create a future for the next generation starts from a place of strength, not struggle. So respect the grind. Stack your skills, control your spending, invest early, take calculated risk, and build a circle that pushes you forward. Because when you fix your money, you fix your confidence, your choices, and your entire lifestyle. Drop a comment and let me know the values and lessons that hit the most for you. Because this isn't just about individual growth, it's about building collective wealth, one brother at a time. If you enjoyed the video or found the video helpful, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you super enjoyed the video, leave a super thanks. It's like leaving a little tip and it directly supports the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you can continue to see our videos and get your weekly dose of betterness. And remember, with every one of our videos you watch, you take one step closer to becoming an even better version of yourself. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay smooth like butter.